Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we'll be working on Minstowe Road yet again, hopefully for the last time to sort out all the issues on it. For the most part it will run something back and forth and that's pretty much it. I do need to give the track a clean because it has been a long while since I've done any major work on the layout. But yeah, the main problem is these point motors are a bit unreliable, especially since it's quite packed in and there's no space to actually work out what all the problem is. And yeah, this one of the suggestions which I got on, I think it was Instagram, was just to replace it with some manual ones. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So what I'll be doing is opening it up, removing pretty much anything which isn't about moving trains back and forth, which is the main power bus, and I'll be leaving the fog power, the little latching relays, they'll be staying, but any of the wiring for the pointer motors and the capacity units, they'll be going. However, I am leaving the actual point motors themselves in there because they'll be useful for what I'll be doing in a moment, which is first of all drilling some holes. Let's use this point motor for example. I'll be drilling a hole about here, probably a bit higher up, and then using some of this this wire. It's actually a fairly thick wire. This is the only wire which I can get at short notice. It's about 1.5mm thick wire, but it's good wire. It's just a bit difficult to work with, but yeah, it will do the job. And as you can see, it's quite stiff. So yeah, I've got about 5 meters of it, so that's plenty more than I actually need. And I've also got these little, I say little, these, well, they're actually door knobs, well, drawer knobs. So yeah, that's what I'll be using for the actual manual operation of them. So I'll be sticking one of these in here, probably bend it over just to help take up some of the space, and probably use my glue gun on it just to make sure that it stays where it's meant to be. So yeah, it's basically, this will hook on the underside of the point motor, and it'll pretty much just pull it back and forth as that. And just to make sure that it has got enough support, I'll be making little, well, technically you're meant to use a wire and tube, but since this is a fairly thick wire and I haven't got any tubes which will work, I'm just going to be using some wire supports just to wrap around it, then screw it into the bottom just to give it a little bit more support, and it should work perfectly fine. But first things first is to, well, first of all get it on its side. Actually, no, wait, before that, do a little bit of repair work because that ladder is a bit, well, it's not a ladder at the moment, and one of these little signals has come off, so quickly repair that, then tip it on its side, open it up, strip out all the bits I don't need, and then work out what I'm doing after that. So yes, let me quickly repair all these bits and then we'll get on to work. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't take too long. I may do a bit of tidying up here and there. Oh, one other thing. This is completely going as well. I'll just be covering it up with some spare wood. So yes, that's just, considering that's a gap underneath, I'm going to be covering that up. So yes, and yeah, that's probably going to be it now. So yeah, I'm going to, like I said, glue these two bits down and then get to work. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, here we are with all the points now sorted out on my layout yet again. This time they're now using some small, easy to do rods. I did try to add the handles, but that didn't quite work as well as planned. In fact, they're a bit too bulky, so yeah, I just gave up on that idea. Also tried to make some little handles. Ooh, out of focus. Tried to make some handles out of millipipe, but apart from this one, they all fell off. So for now, just some bent rod. But yeah, they do work. So you've got that one working there. And next door to it, actually that one. That one over here. Quickly do this one over here. Where's the handle? There it is. Yeah, that works. Got this one. Got this one here, which is a bit more awkward. I do want to eventually sort these out, but this at least allows me to. Ooh, this one likes to fall off. There's it. There we go. So yeah. Yeah, these two at the end here do like to try and fall off, but luckily they're quite accessible, so there we go. Let me make sure it stay. There we go. So yes, that's all 8 points working. And I know it's a bit manual, but to be honest, I actually don't mind the manual factor of this. But yeah, it's looking not too bad. This allows me to at least run things on the layout. Do need to give it a good clean, and do need to double check some of these are holding properly. May want to sort this one out as well. Main things which I need to do is make sure that they stay on. I may use some solder for that. Try to solder them onto the actual onto where the point motors used to be. Well, where the point motors are. See if I can get some thinner wire, because that may work in the gaps there, and I can just remove the point motors themselves, make sure the wire points the right way, and then that should sort out the problem. But yeah, the layout is now finally done and fixed in a vague way. Anyway, I'm going to have a rest, because getting this on and off the wall here is a problem. Underneath here is actually let me just quickly show you. Underneath here is nice and, well, I would say about the boards there in the way. But it's all nice and tidy. There's a lot less wires. The only wires that are now are to power the frogs and to power the track. That's it. So nice and simple. And I have been tempted to use manual point control on certain things on any other layout in the future, especially on more complicated ones, when I can don't have to worry about point motors not working. And I do like the more manual approach to things. But yeah, if I do that route, I'd want to have a proper signal box, things working. Loads of signal, actual signal levers, and then things moving around here and there and everywhere. But that'll probably be a lot more complicated. It's an idea anyway. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. I do hope you like what I've done to layout. I fixed that bit there, and I fixed the signal up here, so that's now glued properly. May need to add a touch more glue down there, but it's all happy, works vaguely, and at some point I will be doing another running session after I've cleaned all the layout once again. So yeah, lots of fun. Oh, and also I added a little thing up here just to give this bit of strength for that this seam here. That's another thing. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and go and have a rest. So that's it for me, and I'll see you all again next time. So if you do like it, do feel free to like, comment and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And yeah, that's it. So take care now. Bye bye.